it going, guys? Welcome to another episode of Trafford Talk. I'm UtdPaper. I'm joined with Robbie at United Speaks. We're here really to just discuss the breaking Pogba news. Get us going, Robbie. What do you think?
Well, whenever I read it today about Fabrizio Romano, I mean, whenever it comes from him, it's usually correct. I mean, I've heard Mino Raiola speak to the foreign newspaper about it today. I was shocked, especially the fact that it came just before the Leipzig game tomorrow, which is pretty much all our Champions League hopes rely on that game. And I think Pogba was actually going to play that game, which is very, very annoying. And to be honest, I can't see him playing again. Do I want to see him in a Man United shirt again? Not really. I'm done with him now. I've had enough. I've had enough with him over the last while, and it's got to this point, mate. I don't know if you're the same as me, but I can't be bothered with him, and I'm sure the guys at Trafford Talk can't be bothered with him either. I mean, maybe we can talk about this, guys. Obviously, this will be out. This is pre-recorded. This will be out after the match preview for Leipzig, where myself and UtdPaper will be on that as well. But I'm pretty sure we'll have a few things to say about Pogba on that as well.
Yeah. I'm with you, mate. I was going to say I've had enough of it. I don't even know where to start. For me, what hurts me most is not more about the club. It's more that he's got teammates and friends in that camp, and he's coming out with these comments. And I just think it's a disrespect to his colleagues. They're all in it together, and to me, I'm done with him. I am. I was done with him not long ago, to be honest with you. I don't think he's warranted a place in that team. Every time, it gets me irritated just thinking about it. I don't really think he's done that well for us. He's had a few good games, but he hasn't been consistently good. I think on his day, he probably is the best player we've got, but how many days have we seen that? Once?
Not enough.
Twice?
I mean, for example, the game at the weekend there, his goal was sensational. I mean, that is what you expect from Pogba. But, I mean, that came from the Italian news source. And it was about, obviously, Mino Raiola said this to, I think it was 2-2 Sport. Probably I've got my pronunciation wrong. But
no, it is that.
It said, I can say that it's over for Paul Pogba at Manchester United. I mean, I think you can take what you want from that, guys, but I think he kind of lets everyone know that it's kind of over for him. And I mean, it's now broke 13 minutes ago. Hopefully you'll see this soon, guys. But it looks as if on the Here We Go podcast, which is obviously Fabrizio Romano's podcast, which is hosted by Francesco Porzio. It looks as if his dream to play is with Real Madrid, but no one at Real Madrid is moving to sign Pogba.
Wow.
So maybe you're looking at Juventus, because I mean, I did hear last year, as you know, obviously you're the transfer guy. You're going to do it all over this time for us as well. I mean, he looked as if he was going to go to Juve. Well, it was kind of written in the stars.
It's funny that this has actually come out, because the last week there's been a lot of not a lot of news, but there's been some simmering news about Dybala starting to reoccur again, and it's just a coincidence that this Pogba story's cropped up. So there might actually be some truth to this, because the people who are reporting the Dybala links, so they're reliable journalists. So yeah, it's going to start getting. I can see a straight swap. I really can. I don't think United are going to get much resale back. It's so hard. I was thinking, what do you do? Do you drop him in his value? His value decreases even more, and it causes a problem in the cat. It's so hard to manage it. I don't think there's any right or wrong, but I don't think Solskjaer is going to put up with it. He showed that with Sanchez and Lukaku, and I think if it was me, I'd send him back home. I wouldn't even keep him with the squad.
No, neither that. I don't think that his mind's obviously not on United. I mean, see if you hear that from his agent. And I actually put up a post to the guys who follow me on Twitter, and quite a lot of them get involved. And I just basically said, who's still who still believes in Pogba at United? And I'm like, I mean, I'm going to read out one of the guys, and it's this has been going on for 2 years now. And if he wants to go, then let him go. I need to agree with that. It's been going on way too long. I mean, we've seen him talk to Chinese media about it as well, and that was a joke, mate. That was so bad. The way he was just saying things, and I mean, now this is his agent. We all know what Mino Raiola's like. He's an absolute
and he's
awesome,
Lingard. He's with Lingard as well. It's just like, look, let's get straight to it. Who would you ideally want to bring in?
Yeah, well, I think that in midfield with Pogba, for example, I don't think we need like a Pogba type player. I mean, if it is, it will probably be Gravenberch from Ajax. I think he's a great player. I've seen him quite a lot this year. Quite like to watch Ajax, to be honest, in my spare time if I'm not doing anything, not working or whatever. I think they're a really good team, young team to watch, and he's one of the best players. And he's really been in for a shout at big teams for a while now. But then you look elsewhere and you think, will we maybe recoup Pogba's money and use it elsewhere? I don't think we'll get Dybala. I mean, I know I need to disagree with you on that one. See the fact that Dybala was, I mean, he basically turned down United last year to fight for his place at Juventus. I think that speaks volumes. I don't really want players at the club that are like that. And I said this to someone on Twitter as well, and I was like, see the amount of money that we would have in the market anyway. I know this will not happen in a million years, but we still need Sancho. We desperately need Sancho. We've not got a good midfield. We've got an okay midfield with some superstars in it. AKA, I think Donny van der Beek's amazing and Bruno Fernandes is the best player in the league. And then you look at Jadon Sancho, we need a right wing desperately. And Haaland, honestly, I would put over 200 million on them over however many years and get them in because we need them. We need them.
I think the club are kicking themselves. Like, I know Haaland would have had that release clause, and we're in that same situation to Reguilon. But in the grand scheme of things, you've still got him for 2 or 3 years, and look what he's doing. Like, if he goes in a few years, you've had he would have. That is what this team is missing. And look at Cavani with that. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, do you think the boat sailed with? How much resale value is there with Pogba? Like, a year ago, we was looking at a similar situation where it could have been like the Coutinho Liverpool, where we got a lot of money, but are we actually going to gain that much?
Yeah, I think it will kind of be like the type of like inflation issue, which is, I mean, football players are just getting more expensive, and actually the quality of certain players are going down. And you look at players like, for example, Paul Pogba, whenever he came for, what was it, 80 plus million?
Yeah.
I mean, I was that video. I was stoked for it. I couldn't wait to see him in a United shirt. I mean, it was great. But everyone questioned the price tag. I mean, yes, he done it in Juventus, but you need to think, how much more are we actually going to get in that guy? Like, you look elsewhere and you think Sancho. I mean, I think it's quite a safe bet going with Sancho. I don't think we'll sell him. I think he'll be there for the long term. And then you look also like across the board, like Haaland. I mean, Haaland scored 77 shots and 99.
Yeah, I think United will push for Haaland even more after they've seen what he's done, and obviously with the links with Ole. I do think they did want him, didn't they? But it's just, I don't know. Like, I don't think they chased him as hard as they could have. Another thing as well. Like, what's your most memorable thing of Pogba in a United shirt, like to justify the?
Yeah, it was obviously his goal against Manchester City, and the one where he had his hand behind his ear, and he was like, "Where are you now?" Remember when he had the green, the kind of light blue type streak in his hair?
Yeah.
In the fight back against Manchester City, we won 3-2. That was a great game. I was watching it. It was probably my best memory of Pogba. But he's obviously had glimpses of like who he is. Really, he's a World Cup winner for a reason, and he get man of the match in the final for a reason as well, because he is one of the best in the business. But you look at it and you think, we don't need players we can't ever have passengers in this team. We've not got a good enough team to have people who are like going to just go along with it. We need players who are going to fight for the team, like Bruno. You know, that's really all I need to say. And I think that is kind of it. I could talk about Pogba for ages, but yes,
Yeah, no, I
annoying.
agree. Like, it's a good roundup. I was going to say, like, let's wait and see how it plays out. Like, Raiola is a flip flop. We have seen it happen before, so I really wouldn't be surprised if I think he is going to go, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's turned around. I really wouldn't. United have now got to deal with this so carefully because it could turn into a disaster for the club. Like, the Pogba and his agent have got him in a really bad situation because all the other clubs are going to know he don't want to stay, and it's kind of like, well, we're only giving you X amount, take it or leave it, or do you keep like an Ozil at the club where it just creates a divide and it just starts to stir? And would you sell him or would you keep him?
No, I'd definitely sell him. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. I think you're absolutely crazy, mate. The fact you said that. There is no way that we will keep him, and I don't think it will get turned around either. I mean, the philosophy of the club really doesn't kind of work like that. I feel as if it's very different. The whole club, the whole mindset of the club, I think they're trying to kind of clear that out the club as well.
Yeah.
I can't see it happening.
Do you think they'll back? Because it was evidently clear last time they chose Paul over Jose. Do you think they'll go with Ole this time? And
No, I don't think that was ever I don't think that was ever like a choose over whatever one. I think that was always. I wouldn't ever really do that. I wouldn't ever choose between a player and a manager. I think no one's ever bigger than the club. I think that's the thing that everyone needs to remember. No one, not one person, is bigger than United. No one, and that's why he needs to walk.
It's such a shame, isn't it? It's such a shame because he spent his academy here, and like he is loved by a lot of fans. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. And yeah, good to catch up.
Yeah, it was good, mate. Thanks for having me on anyway. And we'll obviously be back over the transfer window to talk about all things United. And go on, tell the guys, give them a wee sneak peek about what
turn the notifications on, guys. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up for the January transfer window. I'm going to keep it hush at the minute with the journalists we have lined up, but we've got some really good, reliable journalists booked in. Get your questions sent in. We'll obviously ask them and put your tags in. But yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff to look forward to, and hopefully we can break some good news for you guys and some more signs in January. So yeah, give us a follow, Trafford Talk. Make sure you follow Robbie at United Speaks. Come check me out, Paper United. But yeah, come give us a follow. We've got some good stuff coming up.